Yo, this is Louie here within the Amateur Hour. We got a workhorse in the local community on this episode. You can catch him at all the open mics. The Surly Wench on Mondays, the Loud House and the Mint on Tuesdays, Cafe Passe on Wednesdays, the Epic Cafe sometime later on in the week, and for the next 2 weekends you can catch him at the Community Playhouse performing in a play. So make sure you check those out. You'll hear more about it on the show. We'll talk about why he got into comedy, how he got into acting. Then Derv shows up. We obviously will talk about sex and drugs when Derv comes around. And then we'll talk about new names for the podcast. You'll get to hear all the problems and issues that we've been having trying to make the podcast because we know nothing about podcasting. So it's going to be an ever-evolving and ever-changing experience, and I hope you guys stick with it because we definitely are. Then we'll end when Marcus talks about the time he met Bill Burr. So I hope you guys enjoy. New work in process, man.
Yeah.
We're here with Marcus Gallegos, local Tucson comedian. Overall Tucsonan.
How long have you been doing comedy, Marcus?
5 years.
That's Louis. That's Louis
Coming up on
Chacon.
6. 18. No, I'm 23. I started when I was 18.
What made you get into comedy, man?
And I'm Joel Martin.
What made me get into comedy was basically, I don't know, I think it was just being in class. I remember, my main thing was always to make people laugh. Like, I was just stupid, typical comedian class clown shit. That was a class clown, blah, 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 blah. But, like, I remember, I don't remember the exact day. I don't remember, exactly which class I was in. But I remember, like, that feeling of, like, thinking, like, this, like, making people laugh feels really good.
It's fun.
And I want to do it more. And then I realized, like, it kind of connected at, like, 16 that, like, I want to be a comedian. And I told my dad that while I was in private school,
Wow.
South Point.
I didn't know that.
Oh, right here, huh? Cool.
Yeah, and well, but like it wasn't cool for him because he was like paying like $6,000 a year. And I was like, Dad, I think I want to be a comedian. And he was just acted like I didn't hear him. He was just like, like, yeah. Like,
My aunts and uncles,
grand.
some of them went there for $50 a semester.
Yeah, holy shit! But because they like had somebody work there.
This was so long ago.
Oh my god!
I think they may have got like scholarships. My grandma was really good at writing letters and getting people to give her scholarships to
Holy
stuff.
shit!
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that would have been nice.
Fucking hell, man. It's fucking,
I remember always seeing my dad make people laugh, and it made everybody happy. And
Yeah.
it's fun to make people laugh. I feel good laughing. I hope the person laughing feels good laughing.
I get caught up in like sometimes that's why it's like I'm not so like I want to do comedy and I want to like because it's fun as fuck, but then when I start trying to sit down and write jokes, I get caught up in trying to prove a point while still trying to be funny, and it's like, nah, man, like
Right.
you know what I mean?
I hate most of my jokes.
Yeah, you know, and I was
Right.
like, I don't. It's like, do I really want to say this and try to persuade and convince people, like to get what I'm thinking, and hopefully that's funny, or do I just want to fucking use the regular tools and tricks of funny shit and have no
Setups
point?
and payoffs.
Yeah, and have no point to what I'm saying. It's just supposed to be silly,
Right.
and I get so mixed up in that, and it frustrates me, man.
Well, like especially at your level, like you don't want to come out the gate trying to be like Bill Hicks. Like you don't want to straight out be making a point and like because like at this point, you're just getting down the basics and there's so much to learn and like, you don't want to just come out right away making a point.
Get
Timing,
comfortable.
rhythm, performance, and
Yeah.
I notice
Have
a
a
lot
presence.
too when I see a lot of the road comics and stuff. I feel it's more of a performance. I don't think what they're saying or their content is necessarily any more funnier than some of the people at the open mics.
Right.
I feel their performance is so on point that they can, they get that part of it better than
Some
whatever.
people will take 10 years to find their voice alone.
Yeah.
But some people do it quick.
Yeah, I mean, because, like, comedy written on paper, usually, if you just, like, look at your favorite comedian written on paper, it's usually not that funny. Unless it's, like, a super dope comedian, like fucking Mitch Hedberg. And then you just, like, You can read that. I've read Mitch Hedberg jokes and laughed my ass
I
off.
was falling asleep to Mitch last night, dude.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah,
So good.
that shit was pretty fun.
It's fucking funny.
I don't have a girlfriend, but I know a girl who would be mad if she heard me say that.
Oh my god. Yeah, man, and a lot of it's performance, and a lot of it is material, but like, it's also how you deliver the material, but it's almost like, you're just fucking with the brain, with people's brains. You're just putting information in there and trying to
jerking
I have
them.
such a
Yeah.
terrible, I have
Jerking
such a
their
terrible
brains.
memory too. I can't remember the names of the comedians I used to watch, like on Letterman and the Tonight Show. But I remember watching a lot of comedians on those shows.
Yeah.
We'd wait up for my dad to get home. He worked nights at the paper for 30 years, and we saw. Man, I wish I had a good memory and I could tell you who those guys were.
You fucking probably just look up fucking old school Letterman episodes, man.
Yeah.
Check them out.
Yeah, but that's the thing. There's so many comedians, though. That's what really freaked me out when I first started. There's so many comedians, and like I see all these people that are on Comedy Central roast or whatever, not roast, Comedy Central Premium Blend or whatever.
Mhm.
I'm like, half of these people I don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
But like, it's not like they're done doing comedy. They're probably just like working clubs and like.
Oh, fucking working at Fry's and.
I don't want to know. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Fuck.
I mean, they're just probably still in the scene. They're just like not, putting stuff on Netflix or anything.
Like whatever happened to Ben Creed, man? You know what I'm saying? Fucking.
Ben Creed.
He
Yeah.
still travels around.
Yeah, does
I
he?
think with the guy from the TV show, big good-looking guy. He's funny. Billy Gardell.
Who's Ben Creed?
He, Ben Creed, dude. We used to come to Bum Steer. He's had HBO specials. He's friends with him and Panther used to work together, and they would do comedy together.
Really?
Yeah.
He's like, is he based? Was he like? Did he start out in Tucson?
I don't think he started out here.
Is
He
he like-
lives here now, but he still travels around and does comedy. He's funny.
Really?
I missed a show at Sinatra's Hideout with old Ben Creed. He performed, I heard, for like 6 people, and he did an hour of like the dopest, freshest stuff I heard from Kevin William Lee.
Oh, this guy looks familiar.
Yeah.
Has he headlined at Laughs before?
I'm sure.
Yeah, he looks super familiar.
Yeah, I remember that.
Dude, one time we went down to the concert, the Flock of Seagulls concert, after the bowl game in town.
Nice.
It was an epic game in overtime. One of the teams hadn't won a bowl game in like 63 years, and they had an epic comeback.
Holy shit.
We went down and we wrote a little trivia. We have the video, I think, somewhere.
Yeah, I have that project on there, and I have
And we actually wrote a 80s trivia game show. It was like a 5-minute game show, and we got 3 different groups of people to try it out.
Really?
That was actually really fucking fun.
Yeah,
Really?
dude, it was pretty fun.
What's the concept?
It was basically 80s trivia. We just went up-
Name this band, name this song, who was the
man.
lead singer of that band.
Yeah.
What year was this or that?
Holy shit. That's
Yeah,
pretty
we
cool.
just went out there and just said, fuck it, let's
You
just
just
go
made
do
a
so.
game
Yeah,
show?
let's go play with the camera and fucking fuck around with people.
You guys. Oh, okay.
I
You guys like
I had this recorder in my
Man on the
pocket.
street video.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had
Okay.
this recorder in my pocket, and I had the mic right here. So I just had my own wireless mic.
Yeah.
Well, I had a wire, but right to my pocket.
Yeah, and I just came with the camera and the fucking little shoulder rig.
That's so cool.
And yeah, dude, it was fun, man. And then that project just
We can do
it's
whatever
on
we
there.
want with
Yeah,
it.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just footage on my computer.
Nice.
To fuck around with.
At first, we didn't really know how to break into it. We felt like people were like watching us and shit because we had all this equipment and stuff.
Yeah, we're just walking around and people, because like that's out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Well, else people looking at that shit, and then you're just like, all right, fuck it. So ask these people right here.
And
Ask
people
these
were cool about it. They didn't have like a
Well,
fuck off kind of
A
vibe.
little bit. We smoked
yeah.
a cigarette and then we were like, well, let's just talk to people about the game. So I just went up. Who were you rooting for? They're like, oh man, we fucking won.
Really?
Oh, and then you're like, who was the second lead in?
Well, at first we just went through and talked to the
Purple Haze.
fans and we broke the ice. And
Yeah.
then we went back to the corner. We found these 2 guys.
Oh.
They went by Club and Ace.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Club and
Jesus
Spade.
Christ.
You were
Spade.
A's. He was A's. He goes, okay. Your nickname is gonna be your buzzer. So when you think you know the
I
answer,
made them make up their own nickname.
Yeah.
We
he's
used to
like,
watch that
I'm
footage.
Ace, and this and he fucking gives it to this black dude. He's like,
I'm Club.
and this other weird Mexican dude was like, He goes,
Spade.
I'm Spade. Dude, it was actually kind of funny. It's funny when you put it in the context. When I was watching it, I was like, this is kind of gets a little rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like those videos though, because it's like it is.
The awkwardness is what makes it
exactly.
fun.
It's such a, you guys have really good cameras too.
Yeah, well,
The video quality is like amazing.
He's got the cam.
Yeah, you have to have that for like anybody to watch your YouTube.
Yeah.
Shit, you know.
I want to fucking make a goddamn movie, man.
Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I liked what we did with Poor Rich.
Yeah, that shit was awesome, man.
I mean,
Fuck.
yeah, it's
No matter what, dude, that was
Such a good learning experience, man.
Yeah, it was fucking nice. Yeah, it was fun.
But everything, like, it was such a great learning experience, and then like, and even though it didn't happen, I was like, now that I think about it, it's like, all right, well, fucking, I think everything after that, I know how to do it better, given the process that we fucking went through. You know what I'm saying? I think, like, even you, like, acting. You're not
gonna do something again and like get worse at it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you really like doing it, you know? It's like you're gonna
put the time into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually doing some more acting.
I saw you were at a rehearsal and you were dancing in the...
yeah. I was pretty drunk. I was at rehearsal, I showed up drunk because in the final act, the third act, my character gets drunk and then he comes back and I'm like, you know, let's just like method act and like show up drunk and see what happens. And it was alright, you know?
Yeah. Well, for what play, like? Or...
It's called The Buried Child. It's by Speak to Speech Theater Company. And I play the grandson of this family, of the first person I meet. Okay, I'm not explaining it well. Basically, I haven't seen my family for 6 years, right? And I show up 6 years later.
Hey.
With
Devin's here.
I show up 6 years later with my. What's up, dude? How you doing? Long time no see, man.
What's up, yo?
What's going on? We're just in the middle of a Gallegos story.
Are we fucking...
just showed up? Oh, we're live recording, man. We are
live recording.
We're about 20 minutes into it, so...
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
Hallelujah.
Hell yeah, cool. So, you're saying?
Oh, yeah. So, basically, I'm this kid, haven't seen my family for 6 years, and, like, I show up after 6 years, and I show up with my girlfriend, and there's all this drama. They have this big secret, and they don't really recognize me at first. I'm freaking out about it. I leave, my girlfriend just stays there the whole time trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, and the whole family's just like all fucked in the head. There's a bunch of fucked up shit that went down, and there's a secret at the end, and I mean, the title kind of gives it away a little bit. But if you want to see it, I don't know if
definitely checking it out. I saw you in the other one. Was that Buffalo Nickel?
No, American Buffalo.
American Buffalo.
It was about
Nickel.
a Buffalo Nickel that cost a lot of money.
Nice.
That was fun. But this one starts April 2nd. April 6th.
You did a good job in that too. I saw
Thanks,
you.
man.
I saw you once in that.
That was pretty fun.
That's dope. Where they hosting these fucking plays at, man?
They're hosting them at this one in particular is on Grant and Oracle. It's at the Community Playhouse. It's on Oracle. You can look it up on Google. But the play starts on the 6th and it runs from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the first weekend, and then the next 2 following weeks, it runs Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So does it cost money to get in this shit?
Yeah.
So how much do you get paid?
Yeah, I get paid.
That's dope.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, I guess it's dope. I've made more money in acting than I've ever made in comedy. That sucks, dude. I'm so pissed off about it. I'm dude, the first play I did, it was like $600, but that was like a 3-man play, you know. This one is like 7 people. The first check I've gotten is $100, and they're supposed to pay me for each weekend that I do. So I think it's probably gonna just be $100 each weekend.
Hell yeah.
So it'll probably be like.
Did you ever study acting or anything before you did, or you just said fuck it, I'm just gonna audition for something? How'd you hear about it?
I've never. Well, like what I did when I first got into it, I kind of wanted to like learn I kind of want to learn acting to hopefully like improve my comedy skills.
Yeah.
You know, and like I just showed up to this random playhouse that was right next to next to my house at the Roadrunner Theater Company on like Tanque Verde and Sabino Canyon, and I just walked in and I was like, hey, do you guys have a play? Obviously, I don't know how fucking auditions work. You guys got something going on? They're like, well, we do have this one play, and there's this one guy who has a non-speaking role. He's not showing up. He's unreliable. So why don't you just take his place and be like somebody who helps us like change the sets between scenes? I did that non-speaking role. I got some experience. Fucking learned that I fucking hate actors because they're fucking like, they're just fucking pretentious, man, and they're fucking like they're assholes and like. I got into it with this blonde chick who was like, she was like the leading lady, and she was just like fucking like treating me like shit.
Yeah.
Like she was like, "What? Don't fucking stand there." I was like, "Who do you think you are? This is community theater. Nobody's getting paid here." She was like, "Where's my trailer?" kind of girl, but like we're all in the same room getting undressed, you know.
So, do fucking, like, scouts or anything go to these things? Or anything?
Fuck, no, I don't think so.
So, like, for a motherfucker that's here in Tucson, what's the next level from plays?
Ooh.
Like, how do you go anywhere from there?
I would say
you wanted to be serious about that shit.
if you wanted to be
Expect
serious
execution.
about it, it would probably be like location. Like, I think the what is it the typical thing would be to go to LA, but New York's also fucking huge with like auditions. Like you could fucking go to places in New York and just audition all day, just like you could in LA. I like New York better too.
I've
'cause
heard
it's small.
Chicago and Austin also have a little bit of a.
What would you rather do?
Oh, comedy. Like the only reason I got into acting was to make myself a better comedian. That was the only reason I did it. And it fucking sucks because it takes you away from comedy because you have to be at rehearsals, and then if you get a chance to even get off early from rehearsal, you got to run straight down to the mic, and then you go to sleep, and then you go back to work, and then you go to work, and it just becomes a blur.
Lomachenko had to go to dance for 4 years.
Who?
Lomachenko.
Who's Lomachenko?
Vasily Lomachenko, I think. No, I got his first name wrong. He's the dopest boxer right now in his weight class.
Really?
Oh yeah, Lomachenko's fucking dope as fuck.
Oh,
Yeah, I've heard
shit.
about
Is
this
he
guy,
good
yeah.
at like dodging
Yeah.
and shit? See?
He's-
Oh, I think I've heard about that
And it's
too.
his
Yeah, I've heard
footwork.
about this
He
too.
steps inside and outside, and he's getting at these weird
Oh,
angles,
yeah,
and
he was
he's
a
landing
dancer.
bombs. But his dad did that. He pulled him out. Joe Rogan talks about that. That's where I heard it from.
Yeah, I think wow.
He has the dopest footwork because his dad sacrificed 4 years just for this dance.
That's so good. That's
But
smart
if
as
you
fuck.
have that tool sharpened, that's what you're doing with the acting. You're sharpening that acting tool.
Right.
That's what you try to do in life. You want to have a good Swiss Army knife full of dope tools.
Yeah, and it's all recursive, man. They all work together. You know,
Yeah.
fucking being a good comedian makes you a better actor, obviously, because you're getting roles. You've been doing comedy and stuff.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, these
Yeah,
are also
fucking-
really cool people. They I guess they like me and they fucking they help out a lot. They're pretty cool people over there.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
Yo, dog, do you have a cigarette, man?
I don't have a cigarette, bro.
All right,
Anybody have
well,
one?
I fucking forgot to go to the fucking store. I've been dipping to try to quit cigarettes, but
That's not.
Every-
that-
That's like the opposite. You
Yeah,
should
right.
fucking smoke cigarettes instead of dipping.
yeah.
yeah.
I got some more weed if you want to smoke that.
No, I'm good. I'll be fine. But
All right, help me add to this list, you guys. I've been taking a list here. It says things that gets laughs. You got a laugh when you were wrong, Marcus. You were like, I'm not explaining this well. That got a big laugh.
right, acknowledgement.
Yep. Also, being right got a big laugh. You were talking about how you misspelled something. Somebody misspelled. Oh, I misspelled this. Being right, but I misspelled it. So I was actually wrong, which made me laugh.
What are you doing? Like dissecting comedy over
Yep. I'm just trying to write down things that get laughs.
there?
Funny
Being
questions.
funny.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys been working on any bits?
Yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I lost my phone doesn't work, so all my shit's
My one-handed grandfather's least favorite game is patty cake.
Well, he plays it with his feet.
His favorite is paper, rock,
Footsie
scissors, and shit.
It's always rock. Grandpa, you don't have to use your stub.
Yeah, guess how many fingers I'm holding behind my back? Well, I got, like, it's better chances, you know. I just did that Let's Talk About Sex Baby at Congress.
Nice.
Hotel Congress.
Yeah.
That shit was dope. Because, like, I don't know. I guess Congress just puts together good events, but there were so many people there. Like, it was just like, there were people who had to, like, stand up, and it was
That's
fucking
awesome.
dope.
I heard about it on the Frank show, man. They're
Yeah.
yeah.
I had the chance to like work on some shit because like I was freaking out about it because I had to like study lines and I wasn't able to get to mic, so I couldn't work on my fucking like jokes.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, I don't know if I'm gonna be ready for this. I don't know if it's gonna go well. And I ended up fucking going there, and I ended up doing pretty good. I did all right.
Well, you just talking about sex?
Yeah,
you
yeah. You just talk about sex or things that have to do with sex, and
I've been to a few of those. That's a good show.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's so cool, and like they have like a panel.
Sex is funny.
Yeah, like Rebecca opens up the show, does her shit, and then they have like a panel of Randy Ford, Charles Ludwig, and Rebecca Tingley, and they just ask the audience questions. They have like a theme.
Funny, and funny.
Right. Yeah. They're all funny, and the theme was it's funny because it's true. And they asked audience members any funny sex stories that they had, or like any weird things happened during sex. And it's a great time, and then they just comment on it and bullshit. And
I had a weird thing happen to me during sex one time, man.
What happened?
Dude, fucking, it was so like I didn't notice it then. There's some in the fridge, man. Go get them in there.
Can you give me one, dude?
Yeah, everyone can get a whole round, yeah. So.
No way. Thanks, Deb.
So I was like, fuck, I had to be like 15, man. And I was.
Was this your first time?
No.
15,
No.
first
I had a girlfriend that I was already seeing. You know what
nice.
I'm saying? Fucking that sophomore year and stuff. And we broke up or whatever, and I started seeing this other girl. And for the first time ever, I had a girl go down on me.
Oh, nice.
That was, like, without me having to ask her, like.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So, and then she was a little bit older. Well, anyways, fucking, so
Yeah.
she goes down on me, right? And my first girlfriend, she never let me come in her mouth.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I would always have to, like, okay, like, so
Yeah.
instant reflex when this girl went down on me, I was like, oh, right before I came, I pushed her off, and I didn't have, like, anything ready, you know what I'm saying? And I came in my hand all stupid, and I
What do I do with this now?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, shit, you know? And then, like she was
at
looking at me. She was looking at me, and she was like, and she wasn't even trying to be gross or anything. She's like, why don't you just come in my mouth? Yeah. And yeah, and I smacked her with that shit.
No, you didn't.
No, but that really happened. I didn't smack her, but the rest of so like that's when I realized, you know, it's fucking what you do to them, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they have to deal with it. And that's like anybody. You're always keeping the change of status in your favor if you're doing something to somebody else. You know what I mean? If you try to be a little bit courteous or more courteous towards people, you end up, you know, have the change of status isn't in your favor, man.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? You're doing things for other people.
Self-editing.
Somebody else is fucking is dominating the environment or position. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even like it has to be.
It's very primal.
Yeah, it's just, you know, like instantly. There's always a change of status, man. Or you know, whenever you get into an argument with somebody, it's because nobody's gonna give up that change of status to the other person.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it escalates all the way to a fight because that's the most primitive way you could solve something.
Shit.
You know?
Yeah.
I have a fucking story that I think almost got me killed before. A sex story. All right, so there's this girl in high school that I was fucking, and she was epileptic or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like she had like spasm seizures and just fucking.
Yeah.
All right. And one. Well, fucking. So one day I was coming. Now this has nothing to do with the story, but this is just to fucking let you know how epileptic this girl fucking was. One day I was coming out of PE. Now this girl was kind of known for being like a little like hoe-ish kind of chick. She got at me. Her friends told her to fucking come talk to me. So fucking I come out of the PE fucking room and I see her in the distance laying on the fucking floor with her ass out wearing a thong. I'm like, what the fuck is... Damn, she's a fucking hoe. Like,
she was just ready for you to come and get it.
Well, I'm like the first one to get dressed out of PE. I get my fucking clothes on first, fucking cologne spray, Axe and shit. I walk out. I'm like getting out before the bell even rings, and I see her with her ass out wearing a thong and a dress. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Like, And then I take a better look and I'm like, oh shit, she's having a seizure. What the
Yeah.
fuck? So I fucking run over there, fucking, and I yell at the monitor lady, hey, Marty, fucking, this girl's having a seizure. She's like, Devin, shut the fuck up. Because me and the fucking monitor lady are cool like that.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, no, fucking for real, call the fucking lady on your thing. And she's like, oh shit, fucking code word nurse shit.
Yeah.
So they go, the circle fucking forms, and we're like trying to fucking, we're like, oh shit, this is fucking crazy. There's all kinds of chaos. 911 gets called, all this shit. In the middle of this, there's this new fucking monitor dude. This big, tall, white fucking dude. Brand new to the whole school with these fucking dark monitor glasses on. And he comes over and he fucking picks up her. He's like, everyone clear out. Move away, move. He's like trying to be in charge of shit.
Yeah.
And he picks up that girl's book bag. And he picks it up in a way that all the fucking books fall on her fucking head. To the girl that was having. So I was like, dude, you get the fuck out of here. And I didn't give a. I told him, get the fuck out of here. And he's like, and he fucking took off. I was like, what the fuck is this?
That's
Like, this is the
shit.
weirdest shit. So, anyways, that has nothing to do with the story, but that was just like a weird fucking
Thing.
hoish moment I thought she was having.
Sound effects.
Yeah,
kid.
what a hoe.
So now,
I
know, like,
seizure with her thong out.
Add sound effects to the list.
So now to my story that happened with her, because like I said, her homegirls try to fucking get at me for her to fuck her or get at her, whatever. So I fucked her before, and I sneak over to her house one night. It's like probably like 1 o'clock in the morning. I think I'm living at your fucking house, by the way, at this time. This is when I had the caddy and shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So this girl lives over there by Pueblo, where you take like the Pueblo Street and you go all the way to like where it's like, yeah, where the Fries is back there, like in those areas.
South
streets.
side.
Right. So fucking, I get there and I'm walking on the side of this girl's fucking house, and her neighbor and her neighbor and her neighbor all got fucking dogs. They're all, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. She said to go into the window. I'm going through the fucking window. So she's like, that she has it open, and she was playing like NB Riders and shit. Like, fucking, like I can hear that shit playing.
They love that shit.
Yeah, they love that shit. So fuck, especially back then.
Yeah.
So fucking, I go to that window, the door's all open. There's like a blue light from her CD player fucking shining. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm about to fuck this girl. Like, this is tight. In her house. Fucking sneak in, fucking. For some reason, I can't like fucking fuck her for some reason, like. But I get my dick sucked for about an hour, like. Just getting my dick sucked. Boom, pow, finally fucking finished. Alright, now it's time to go.
Yeah.
So, now...
She didn't want to fuck or what?
I didn't have enough fucking hard dick enough to fuck her. I wasn't in my heyday yet, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, some things
I was
it's
just
still a little weird.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I was just still going around
yeah.
getting my dick sucked and fingering bitches and not knowing what
Sometimes I already came and that happens.
See? Exactly. So I didn't do that, but fucking... So anyways, alright, so this is where the weird part happens. So, on my way out, I climb out this girl's fucking window, and everything's cool until I get to, like, to the very fucking corner, and I trip over, I don't know what the fuck, but it made a big... BANK! Like, I fucking hit some shit, and it made... Everyone's fucking dogs start barking. All of a sudden, I hear, Hey, who's right there, dog? I'm like, oh shit. I ain't from right here. I don't want to tell them that. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that. And then when I hear him say that, I hear his fucking neighbor, hey, dog, who the fuck's out there, bro? Hey, I don't know who the... So they're like fucking talking to the neighbors with all the...
chill,
now they're they know each other, and they're fucking like, what the fuck's going on? Who's this?
They're on a mission to find out
making
who,
noise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh shit, let's get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
So this girl has like one of those heavy ass roller fuck. So I gotta fucking roll that shit to where I got enough space to get the fuck out. So now I'm fucking crossing the street because that's where I fucking parked my caddy, and I'm fucking fiddling with getting my key in that motherfucker.
Shit.
I gotta get the fuck up out of here. I gotta get the fuck up out of here. All of a sudden, there's a car in front of me that was already parked there, a compact car, like those small fucking Hondas, small ass cars, and the fucking door swings open. And I hear, hey dog, what you doing? I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, come on, open the door. I open the door finally, and I see this big, fat motherfucker come out of this small ass car and he points something at me.
Oh,
I'm like, what the fuck? So I duck under, because I have a big ass Cadillac door. I duck under that motherfucker because in my dumb, simple head, he had a taser.
Yeah.
I thought he had a taser.
Yeah, like he's not gonna just shoot through the door.
So I was like, if he has a taser, he can't get me right here. I'm just fucking trying to think. And then fucking I hear him fucking like on the rocks and shit getting closer. I'm like, oh fuck, he's about to tase the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I fucking look up, it's some fat nigga holding an AK-47 at my fucking face. I'm like, oh shit. He's like, what the fuck you doing at Rosas? What are you doing at Rosas? Get up. I'm like, who the fuck is Rosa? Like, I was fucking somebody else. You know, I'm not gonna say her name and shit.
Yeah.
But I was fucking somebody else. And then fucking all I see is the light where I guess he lives, and his mom comes out. Hey, what the fuck are you doing, Frankie? Hey, Carrosa, there's someone trying to break into her house, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not breaking in no one's house. Like, no, like, I'm right there with this fucking other girl. Like,
wrong, man.
Yeah, like, I'm fucking with somebody else. Like, so I'm like, fuck. So I stand up and shit, and I look, and everyone, all the lights in the house that I just came out of are turning on. I'm like, oh my god, like, there goes a dad, a brother, a fucking, I'm just thinking, like, every nigga's about to try to come with my ass right now. Like, fuck, she's epileptic. You know what I mean? Like, this is not gonna be cool. Like, fuck. So then, how old am I? I'm like 17, I think, at this time. 17, 18, 16, in that area. Alright, so fucking, he walks me across over to Rosa's front yard. Alright, and
with you just pointed with a gun?
Yeah, the whole time, fucking, his mom comes across the street, she fucking calls the other lady, she fucking wakes up, and I think dads and brothers are coming up, they're all fucking women. I'm like, thank you, fucking, thank you.
Yeah.
Everyone, it's all a bunch of older sisters, like by a few years. One of them even went to my school and shit.
Oh,
so fucking, yeah. So they all fucking come out, and I'm right there explaining, like, hey guys, I'm fucking here with her. She told me I could have came. I was supposed to be here. Fucking, I'm not breaking. I'm not stealing shit. I don't have shit. I'm here with, I know her name. And they're like, oh, we can press charges and blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, I can
press charges too. You
I'm like, I'm like,
AK-47.
I'm like, well, I tell them, I'm like underage too. So I mean, it's not like we're doing anything wrong. We're just being dumbasses.
Yeah,
and
we're
I'm
just
like,
horny.
there's nothing you can do. And that fool's like getting fucking mad, and he keeps flinching the fucking gun. Like, I'm like,
if I flinch
it, stop, nigga. Like,
if I flinch it,
Like he's gonna slip his finger.
yeah, and I'm like, fuck. So fucking the lady's like, I don't want to fucking ever see you around here again. Don't talk to her. Blah 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 blah. So I'm like, okay.
Do they still think it was Rosa at this point?
Huh?
Do they still think it was Rosa at this point?
What do you mean?
They said La Rosa. What are you doing?
Well, that Rosa lady was the girl I was fucking with mom. So they thought that I was robbing her mom. They didn't even have the idea of me over there fucking somebody, one of the daughters. Like, they thought I was robbing the lady. So she was like, hey, fucking call Rosa over there. Let her know she's getting robbed right now. Then they all come out to see what the fuck's going on. I'm like, I'm not here. I'm here with that one right there, and her name is da-da-da. Fucking, I go to this school, and we're fucking doing this. And then this big
we're
fat...
having sex.
And we're having sex, and that's all the fuck's going on. I'm just fucking her. I ain't fucking robbing nobody. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a good boy. Fuck. So fucking...
Just robbing that puss.
So fucking this... So this guy, fucking, this fat motherfucker, he still holds the gun to me like he's gonna kill me the whole time. So then I'm like, can I go now? Like, you can't call it. I'm here. I have text messages saying I could be here. Like, can I go now? And he's like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, all right, nigga, stop doing that. Like, fuck. So the whole time I'm walking away, he's behind me, fucking following my ass with the gun and shit.
Did you think you were gonna die at some
point? So I fucking drive away, hauling with my fucking head under in case he shoots and he loses his shit. Like, the bullets will go over, and I fucking drove down that whole block. not seeing where the fuck I'm going because this nigga, he's standing in the middle of the street still pointing his gun at my
Holy
car.
shit.
So I was like, dude, yeah. And that's just one sex story.
That's why you don't fuck with girls on the south side.
Yeah, man, fuck.
They're all fucking trouble,
90,
bro.
90,
I gotta
fucking
recommend to
7%.
every one of you that you watch Dan Soder's This Is Not Happening.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
So good. He also tells a story about almost dying.
Yeah.
That's what reminded me of
I've
it.
seen most of them except the new ones with the black dude that took over hosting.
I want to try to fuck with this girl on the south side. She was really cute, but like, oh yeah.
What's her name?
I don't remember.
I remember her. I know her.
Rob-
I know her.
Rob
Yeah.
Wood Jr.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's a good one.
Yeah, I know her. Yeah, that's
Like-
that bitch.
It was like,
I know her. You know her brother?
Yeah, I don't know him. Yeah, for real.
Yeah. It was cool because like I got in that zone of like drinking alcohol, or like I didn't give a shit, you know, and I was just like I pulled these two girls to the table where I was sitting. Oh yeah, that's right. I was smoking weed, and I was just like I had like 3
That'll
joints
do
on
it
me,
over there.
and I was just like I was at Mr. Head's. No, I was at
Nice.
Mr. Head's, and I was like, hey, you guys want to smoke this? And like out here, and I was like, fuck yeah, we know whatever.
Yeah, I'm
trying
a
to be-
shit.
You know me here.
trying to play it cool,
Yeah.
you know, and then we started smoking, and like I was like, this is gonna be cool, and like, you know, I'm playing it cool, good conversation, and I keep on drinking beer, and my homies get there, and then we all start chopping it up, and I'm like, this is going great, and I'm like, oh no, I'm fucked up now, you know, because they got those $2 PBRs that just fucking go all the way, and I end up like going to the bar, and I'm like, I think I was gonna order something, and I just like I started to like nod off, and then that girl that I was into had to like pick me up and like walk me to the table so I didn't get kicked out of the bar.
Oh shit.
Yeah. All the while she was just doing cocaine with my drug dealer. So I was like, and I was gonna get it anyways. So I was like, I focused my attention on the friend, and I'm like, okay, so this is the girl that I'm gonna get. And but like I remember talking to them later in the night because they sobered me up, which I was like amazed by. Like apparently water and Red Bull can like bring you out of it. And that's exactly what it did to me. They just gave me water and they gave me Red Bull, and I was like, whoa, I feel great now. Let me drink more.
Time helps.
Yeah, time. Yeah, and it was plus time, everything. And later in the night, I know it's not really a sex story, but it's just Southside. A Southside girl. She was like, I
like how you said, like, this is the girl I'm gonna get. You just get her. You.
No, I didn't end up getting her. No.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was a bad night. But like, I remember there was one point when I was like, "Oh, so you guys are from the South Side?" And she was like, "What does that mean?" And I was like, like you live past Valencia? I don't know. Like you know, the
no
South
longer
Side.
central.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
not north, not west, not east, but south. And she was like, "Oh, so you see it as being separated?" And I was like, "Yeah." like I'm just gonna.
Yeah, and we're separating it by regions.
Yeah.
Right.
She thought I was like doing like a class thing. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, you Southsiders. Like, oh.
Location.
I just thought that was the dumbest thing ever. But you got any weird sex stories, Joel?
Yeah, but I don't want to tell them.
Oh, well, they're probably the best ones.
No, one time, Polly and I were in the bar at Mr. Head's.
And you guys started fucking at Mr. Head's?
No.
What a weird sex story. I
These
told you that was
two
the best
girls
one.
came up.
So you meaning to Mr.
Polly was
Heads.
helping me spit game at these two girls.
Oh,
and
nice.
Then they were there to fuck, man. They were just
really?
ready to go. And one of them was there to hook up with the bouncer, Oscar. I think it was Oscar.
Is it
Either him or the other one.
the dude who would bounce
Yeah.
the open mics?
Yeah,
Nice.
and
Nah, he's cool.
totally. No, I think it was
Probably
one
just
of them.
another one. But what happened?
We ended up. Polly, he gave me the best move. He said, "Hey, tell this girl, I think my nipple looks better than your nipple."
Oh, really?
So I told her, and right away she was like, "I got great nipples." It's like, no way.
Whoa.
And then
You show yours, she's like, oh my god.
We went
It's like
and
way
circled-
better.
It's all golden nipple, like.
Never seen such a good nipple.
we started pounding shots.
Nice.
We went and we smoked a joint around by Dairy Queen.
Oh, jeez.
I was out there and her friend was hot. The other one looked kind of like Marcus, but shorter and chubbier.
Oh man, so she was not the hot.
But like with nice tits.
Yeah, she had nice tits.
Yeah,
okay,
she
cool.
was a 4 because of her rack.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, wow. So she was a 0 without any tits.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
And it turned out she
Damn.
really liked her butthole to be played with.
Oh wow.
Well, that's
Okay,
kind of
well.
cool.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a little butthole playing.
I got a little pink eye. I mean,
You got a big eye from
Oh,
that?
wow, you
But
got your eyes.
But the dumb thing was so she asked, she's like, hey, do you want to get down on I'll do your friend in the back and my friend will do you in the front of your car or something?
Whoa.
I was like, okay. No, actually what she said, she was more direct. She's like, do you want to bang my friend?
What?
I was like, I think I could be into that.
Wait, the 4 said that to you?
The hotter friend.
Oh,
the
she
bait
said.
friend.
Wait, so she said, I'll bang the bouncer in the front,
In the back. And
In the
then
back of the
you guys
car.
can be in the front seat.
and you guys would just be both
Yeah,
fucking
2
in the
in
same
front,
car.
2 in back, yeah.
Wow. Did you do it?
Yep.
Oh shit! What car is this?
My Nissan Versa.
Oh.
That's
And
the
the
best part to
Versa.
do that.
Yeah.
in.
Smelled like somebody
Versatile.
boiled poop in there for 3 weeks.
Oh my
Oh
god.
This is how far away we went. Right across the street of Mr. Heads.
Oh, nice.
Wait, yeah, because he
We were
still had to like
under
watch
we
the
were
door.
under the main light, dude. I saw somebody walk by and he's like,
Oh my God.
It seemed like only a couple people noticed, but every one of them was grossed out.
Wow.
She was like butt naked on top of me in the front, right on
Damn.
4th Ave there, dude. And then as soon as like too many people noticed us, we went and we drove across the street. I was like, I can just drive to my house. Like, no, we gotta like.
I still gotta
Can't
watch the
go too far
door.
away.
Don't let me not see the door.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was the time. And,
Damn. Holy shit.
and then I gave him a ride all the way home to like way east side.
Holy shit.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's what they did it for.
Was there one party that finished before the other one, and then the other ones just kept on fucking, like waiting for?
Oh,
Like,
man,
after you nut and we're still watching the porn.
That happened to me
like-
and my neighbor one time,
Yeah.
man.
We were
Okay.
giving each other signals. We were tapping each other on the thigh. No, I'm just kidding. We finished at the same time.
No way.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Man, that's fucking
We just
harmony
winked.
there.
We just winked at each other. We're not-
Yeah, that would have been so perfect. Yeah. I haven't
Oh,
actually.
you didn't
actually
take
haven't-
Molly when
I-
when you're with us. Remember when we all took?
What happened?
We
Wait. Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
can tell my story.
I hadn't done Molly at the time yet,
dude,
and I
wait.
was like, I don't
Did you
feel
leave?
good about it.
No, he
I
stayed
think
there
I
the
stayed.
whole
Yeah,
time.
he
Yeah,
he
that's
babysat
right.
us.
We played chess.
We were so cold.
Yeah,
we were
I
so
remember
cold
that.
Donnie's-
I can tell you my fucking part of that story, what I fucking remember.
It was for the ending of Poor Rich.
And
Yeah, it
you
was.
motherfucking just said, what I remember is like, have you guys ever like done Molly? And we're like, no. Oh, well, say like if I were to have some, would you guys like do some? Fuck yeah, we fucking do anything, yeah. All right, I'll be right back. And I was just like, what? Excuse me? Like, where the fuck is he going? All right, whatever. Then he comes back. Here's one for you. Here's one for you. One for you. One for
You
you.
had the different one.
Yeah, I do remember. You
Didn't
had the
somebody-
I had the different one.
Yeah, you had the different one. That's why you got on a
It was
different
the
trip.
blue like
'cause-
B52 pill or something.
What does that mean?
It was the same drug, but just a different form of it. It came from a different source.
Wow.
Yeah.
Meaning,
so-
did I get the weaker one or the doper one? Because
Dude,
I can tell you my version of
Dude,
what the fuck
look at
happened.
it, look at it. I
Did
know
it
for a
feel
fact
dope?
you've always been a little bit more weird on drugs.
I didn't do
I
yours.
am.
Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't do yours.
I'm very
You-
small.
You're a weird.
I don't
You're a
know
weird
what's
guy on drugs, man.
Yes.
So, anyways, you took that stuff.
Drugs are
and
weird.
After that whole fiasco of you and Donnie not being able to open his
No,
door,
that I'll tell you how that happened. You're wrong.
I
Okay,
was watching
let me
it, dude.
tell. But I wasn't a part of that. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember, I was trying to get him the fuck to hurry because I was scared of what the fuck was about to happen next. So
Yeah, because we were filming.
I was starting to
we
feel
were-
it. I was like, dude, this is getting
And
weird. And
Louis
I
was
saw
like-
you and him in your car,
Louis was like,
and I'm
he's
like,
feeling
oh.
like I'm feeling. He shouldn't drive.
Exactly. So
Right.
I fucking remember seeing Donnie struggling. I'm like, oh man, I gotta go get him the fuck going because we need to get the fuck out of here because he forgot, I think, his bud in the fucking
Yeah, he
house or
forgot
something.
his weed.
All right, so I get out of the fucking car and I walk over there. I'm like, Donnie, what the fuck? He's like, bro, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing over here. I'm having trouble. He getting all these fucking keys. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm like, ah,
That's a
shit,
good
Donnie.
impression.
So I'm like, give me the fucking keys. I don't know how I do this. I grab
The right
the
one.
key. I shove it in there, open your door. I'm like, there, dog, just fucking do it. Like,
Which one is it
look
again?
at
right there, bro. No,
no, look at
That's
this.
it.
So,
No,
so
that's
look
not
at
it.
my version of that part was I was sitting in there and I'm seeing you're like you went like this. You're like, oh, like you're frustrated,
Yes.
and you went up there, right? And you're with him, and I'm seeing you guys, and I'm feeling it, and I'm like, okay, and I walk all the way to Joel's, and I tell him about driving, not driving. You guys switch seats or whatever.
Yeah.
And I walk all the way back, and I look over, and you guys are still there at the door. All right, you didn't know it wasn't that quick. It wasn't that quick.
I swear I did not do anything. That was probably me listening to his story about what the fuck his keys were doing, dude. As Donnie, I swear to anything. I just fucking grabbed the keys.
Well, anyways,
all right, so then we get the motherfucking shit, and he's like, "Thank you." Blah 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 blah. We get the shit, and I'm like, "Okay, let's get the fuck out of here." So I'm starting to feel it.
Off at your house, or you just?
No,
you
I'm
had the
driving.
car?
I drive him, Donnie, and me. No, you're driving your own car, aren't
I
you?
did drive.
You drove.
I
You drove.
was
Joel's
sober.
car.
Right.
Yeah.
Someone drove your car, but you were in your car
Marcus drove.
with him. I drove my shit, and we took the fucking streets and shit.
Oh,
and
jeez.
every motherfucking...
Turn.
I was hitting the brakes, slamming, and then
Oh my
slamming them.
I didn't know.
Boom! And then we'd fucking go like that until we got to Donnie's house. I dropped Donnie and Louie off. I said, get the fuck out. I gotta go figure shit out.
Wow.
So then I dropped them off at Donnie's and I
They live
head
right around
home.
the corner from each other.
Yes,
biggity
and
boom.
yeah, by the way...
You told us, you're like, I'm going to go drop my car off. I'll be right back. That's what you
You
said.
never
I'm going to
came
go
back,
because
though, right?
yeah,
Right.
we never came
Found him.
Yeah,
So what I end up doing is trying to fucking text everyone, every girl that I know that wants to get at me
Oh
or
my
whatever. And I'm like, dude, I want to be naked.
Trying
Like,
to make
I
something happen.
fucking really want to fucking be naked right now. Like, this shit feels so good. If I get in the shower and it fucking feels good, it's gonna feel good. Like, oh, I can't wait. So I fucking go, I put the PlayStation on and the surround sound, and I'm like, oh, damn, this fucking music feels good. I got the fucking shower on heat. I'm about to jump in that motherfucker until I find someone that's gonna come handle this shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and get in the shower. Well, right before I actually get to get naked and jump in the shower, I hear a motherfucking, and I'm like, no one's supposed to be here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I already forgot about the fucking world, and I'm like,
So look at, so check this out. I'll watch. It's been 2 hours.
Right.
It's been 2 hours. I'm like, where the fuck is Durbin at? He said he's gonna come back.
Yeah.
Hey, we should go check on him, man, see if he's all right. You know. So we go over there. We knock on his door, and this fool answers like this. Like if you put his head out, he's like.
This guy just start busting out laughing.
Yeah.
And we're like, dude, are you like, dude, you're right, man. You said you were gonna come back. You're like, he was like, yeah, I'm cool. He's like, I was just listening to music and stuff. And like he had all his clothes on, and then Donnie's like, dude, I need to take a piss. And he goes into the restroom. He's like, dude, your fucking bathroom's all flooded. He's like, oh, I had it on. And we're like, dude, are you cool? Like, let's go to Donnie's. Like, we're all chilling over there and shit like that. And then you're like, fuck it, let's go. Well, and you put on your shoes and shit and we fucking roll. And I was like, dude, what the fuck were you doing this whole time, you know? And you're like, I don't know, man. I threw on the shower and I fucking started listening to music. I felt so
So
weird,
you
dog.
went through your whole apartment space by
Yeah,
space.
you
One
said,
foot
I was
by
you
one
said that you
foot.
were stopping the
You're trying to
music.
feel the energy in each different foot by foot.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Like you, this what you. I remember you saying you're like, I was listening to the music and I'd get like irritated with it and I'd press and I'd stop it and then I'd like take a step over and I'd fucking press play again.
Yeah.
And fucking, and it'd feel good, and I'd get irritated with it, and I'd fucking stop it, and
Damn.
I'd fucking move over again.
Like me.
And I was like, he was living in my square foot, like he was just soaking up all the good parts, you know. Like,
Wow.
I'm weird, dog, but when it comes to drugs.
Was it? I think I left by that point. Like,
I don't remember.
I don't remember that shit. Like I think.
well, no, me and Donnie went over
They
there
went
by
on a
ourselves.
private mission.
Right. Okay. And then me and Joel were just playing chess there, and then you guys came
stomped
back.
my ass like 20 times or something.
Yeah, but like
Probably
you were
5
also on
times.
Molly.
And I did get one win. Like
I think so.
Like,
Yeah.
It was like in 6 moves or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
You're like, no, yep, fuck.
Yeah, that was a good night, man. I like drugs a lot. Drugs
It
are
was a
That's the
good
thing
night.
about drugs. They are dope, and they always want you to do more of them.
yeah. My first time on acid, I fucking I was at, I don't know if you guys remember him, Stephen Bailey. You guys remember Stephen Bailey?
How come I remember that name?
He had some funny stuff.
He used to do comedy. He's really into like psychedelics and shit. And at this point,
Stephen
I had
Bailey.
only done shrooms before. And I go over to his house and we drop this acid.
Blunt,
And
thin guy, petite guy.
yeah,
remember that
he's
name.
super into drugs. And
Didn't we record him at Townhouse Comedy or something?
maybe
Probably.
I don't think so. I don't think
I
he's
feel like
done it.
Bailey was. I don't know.
So maybe at BZ's. Did you go to BZ's?
Maybe. I have no. He lived right next to there. He lives way on the other side of town. But we ended up doing it at his house. And you guys like we were watching Adult Swim, and like you guys know because like the only point I'd only done shrooms up to this point, like in terms of psychedelics. And you know how in Adult Swim they have those cutscenes before it goes back to the show where it's like sometimes it's landscapes and it's just moving fast. Like that shit lasted for about a minute and a half. And like Steven was just like, yeah, sometimes I can just slow down time like this. And I was like, whoa, what's going on?
Dude, that's nuts.
Yeah. And then well, this was my first time, and then it was cool because it was like kind of what I expected it to be. And I was driving on the road, like I had to end up going back to my house, and I was driving on the road, and like all the like all the reflectors on the street were like super bright, and then the fucking how they have those crossing walks and those two people crossing the road, they were walking. And then I get inside the house and I'm like, I mean that's cool, but I don't feel like I'm really feeling it. And then I walk into my house and I'm like, oh, I'm feeling it. And it was like I could see my house, but it was like smaller than what it actually was.
Whoa.
And I walk in and I'm like,
Alice in Wonderland and shit.
yeah,
didn't
no,
know
that's
there
so
was
funny that you
different
say that.
reality
What?
filters.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like a
that's funny
reality
you say that
filter.
because
Yeah.
I ended up watching Alice in Wonderland.
Fuck yeah, I knew it.
Yeah, I was like, this is gonna be so dope. I'm gonna watch this movie. Maybe I'll learn some shit. And I fucking
Could you even focus on it though?
I could, and it was the funniest movie I've ever seen. It was like what you'd think acid would be. Like
I was
watching.
I thought it was okay.
No, this was acid. And then like I was like this had never happened to me again. Like I've never gotten these intense visuals off of another piece of acid I've taken after that. But like I've also had more intricate visuals. But like this one was dope. I put it on and it was so fucking funny because like their faces were morphing. Like the big headed bitch. Like her eye was like this big and then the other eye was like this. I was like, this is fucking hilarious. And I was like laughing. I don't know why I didn't finish it. I think I was just like it was getting strong for me.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's too much.
I was just like, whoa, okay, well, I gotta go to bed. And I went to bed and like, I mean, it was a great time. I loved that shit.
Dude, I got some visuals last night, man. That shit was awesome. I was looking at his map. He has a big ass fucking world map in his living room, and I
Shows
could
all the
just see
different elevations.
and there's a grid on it, and that fucking you look at it close enough, and the grid will start. Little islands will fucking start coming out from the grid. Just little all
You're
over
streaming
the
out?
place. Yeah, dude. Last night, man, we took about 4 grams.
What did you fucking see, man?
I kept seeing all these like fractals spinning on everything. Like if I was looking at this Miller High
I
Life,
feel like I see that, and it's like the diamonds.
all the gold would be made out of the most beautiful kaleidoscope type turning triangles, all fit together, cool, and like pulsing in and out at different times. And I would see that on different stuff, especially on my phone and shit. The shit that was bright. We were watching Hot Tub Time Machine, and that shit sometimes looked like an oil painting. We watched some Tim and Eric, that Totino's commercial, man. Tim and Eric are fucking crazy. Some people don't like him at all. Some people love him. If I'm on the right drugs, I love him.
Tim and Eric.
Man, dude,
Yeah.
oh, dude, that was so funny. I was worried about water for some reason, man.
Last night?
Yeah, last night I was like, dude, is there water? Like, you know? And fucking, there's a whole shitload of bottles that are like all, you know, half drunk and stuff like that. I was like, dude, is there more water? And you're like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, there's more water. And like, one of the other homies that was there was like, yeah, man, do you need me to get you one? I was like, no, I'm cool.
No.
I just want to make sure it's
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I remember now, I didn't want to get up from my spot because I claimed the couch and I didn't want to get up from there. I didn't want nobody to take it. Because I wanted to lay down, remember?
Everybody was cool with it.
Yeah.
Yep. It was time for laying down at that point.
After that first time I did acid, like it wasn't too long after that I went on this like 3-month rampage of just doing acid like every 3 days.
Oh shit! I haven't done that.
Oh, dude, that shit was dope. I only did one hit every time. Like if I was feeling like chill that night, I'd do half a hit, but I still tripped pretty hard, like because I already got what it was about, and it was like, then it's just like fucking like searching your mind. But
I've done it like fucking in like 6 months to a year intervals.
yeah,
I never like.
it got crazy.
There was only one time I did it. I like 2 hits in one night because I was like, fuck it.
I could. Some people do 10 hits in one night.
Everybody, what should we name this podcast?
The Oddcast.
3 dudes.
That's a
and
pretty
Mike.
good fucking. I like that.
Easter at Louis.
Yeah, happy Easter.
Yeah.
Happy Keister.
Happy fucking Keister, honey.
I mean, like you're saying
You
that
wanna find
somebody else had the name of the podcast. That's what happened to me.
it.
So mine's called The Unwanted Podcast. There was just called Unwanted Podcast. It's not like, so I'm differentiating between like Fast and Furious and the Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
But like, I listened to their podcast and I was like, this is garbage, dude. I was like, I'm just gonna take the name anyways. You know, I was like, fuck them. What are they gonna do? And then
Well, I spelt it wrong. That's the first.
And then, but then if you spell it wrong, you know?
even if you spell it wrong and then you look it up, their shit still comes up.
Right, and do they have a lot of views? Because like my first podcast beat them in views like straight off the bat, and I could tell like they were trying to like make them go up. Like when my podcast.
It's on SoundCloud, right?
It's on SoundCloud, yeah.
We should. How did
Just
you get
keep
it on
amateur
SoundCloud?
hour. Fuck them.
Well,
You should sound out like a diss video.
I want.
It's spelled different.
Well, no, I want somebody to be able to look it up easier because I couldn't fucking find it when I first uploaded it. You know?
Is there an Oddcast?
I found it perfectly fine with
An
Invasion
Oddcast?
Cast.
Oh, I bet there is.
Yeah, because that was the name of the
Oddcast.
project
Let's
file.
just keep doing
It's
that.
just like
keep
a
naming
pun.
them after
It's
the
already been
project.
done.
Yeah.
And then
Don't
we'll
say
just
that.
have that
Every
the
pun
amateur
has
hour
been
picture.
done.
Who cares?
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
rhyme. That's a
Yeah,
rhyme,
well,
dog.
that's true.
Puns have been done. Every
it'll
pun
work.
under the sun has been done.
Solved.
Oddcast
So this one will be called
podcast.
Marcus
See?
Cast.
See what I'm saying?
Marcus and Derv Cast.
Gallego
To
cast.
my first thought
I
about
like those
it.
intros you do.
My first thought of like that I thought what I was going to do was 2 piece in a podcast,
Oh.
and I thought that was great.
And it's
But
already out
every pun has been done under the sun. Like I just told him, like you can't do something that plays off a podcast because there's millions of podcasts out there. You just
Oh
gotta
yeah,
come up
dude,
with
it's
something-
ridiculous how many there.
Yeah.
See, check this out. Here's another thing though.
Maybe do a blend of all your guys'
I looked
names.
up Tucson podcast. All right.
That doesn't exist.
Tucson podcast.
There's no Tucson podcast.
do
bro.
it. Tucson
You know
podcast.
what I'm saying? There's a Tucson entrepreneurial podcast.
But do something that
That's
like
literally
that
the
like
first thing I just
that
popped
probably
up, yeah.
lets them know what's going on in the podcast. So you guys are trying to like introduce new artists or something. That's what I gained from what Joel said. You guys are trying to introduce new artists. So like maybe I don't know. We're introducing new Tucson artists podcast. That was just off the top of my head. You know?
That was pretty brilliant.
It's
That
like
was pretty good. But
It's like those cleverly named mattress firms and the shirt
Well,
store.
I should definitely
See the
put
store called the shirt
like a little intro or prologue or whatever, and just be like, hey man, like, you know, this is pretty much for anybody who's like, you know, in the Tucson area that wants to come on the show. Tell us, you know, what you do, why you do it, and then do what you do on the show.
Mm-hmm.
If you fucking, you know, or
I love
let
it.
us,
It's like a
let us
mission
know all
statement.
about that shit. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's all I want. Just fucking whoever the fuck wants to roll through, who does something tight, fucking come through and show us that shit.
Exactly.
You know?
We tried to
We'll
write
just
a
talk
movie
about
on
it.
the spot with no budget the other night, but we fell a little short. We'll get it out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it'll come, but the name's not important. The fact that you're putting out content is what's important. The name will come.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you guys haven't uploaded any of them yet?
I uploaded 3 of them already, man.
Oh, the third one made it.
Underneath the amateur podcast?
No, it's
one's Evasion Cast, one of them's Dervcast.
Yeah, and
Or
then the other one,
Oh, they all have different names?
And the other one, well, yeah, see, that's what I was saying, because those were the project files.
That'd be cool if you just changed the name every podcast.
That's what I was just saying.
Yeah. See, because but the thing is, you can't. If you look up Rapcast,
yeah.
you won't find Donnie's. You have to look up Dervcast or Evasion Cast to find those ones, and then just go to the channel from there. And if I see it, that's what I'm saying. I just want it to be
make it all one.
Yeah, I just want it to be easier.
Jonathan Rivas is coming out with a food truck called Corn Star.
Podcast.
That was
About the
quick.
crust hour.
Huh?
The crust hour.
No, yeah.
Sounds like a Canadian last name.
You're gonna need
Joel
something that's
Crust Hour.
like people want to click on, you know?
Crusties. Huh.
Crusty.
Click on this podcast.
Oh yeah, this is the crust hour. These are the crusties.
The Crusties.
We're the crusties, and I hope you guys enjoy.
We could record everything in double speed, so it takes half the time to listen to.
Podcast.
The super fast podcast.
That has a good ring to it.
Yeah.
Super fast podcast.
It would sound so dumb in 2 times speed.
Yeah, nobody will listen.
But then,
maybe
if
they
we
will.
record music, we can record it at half speed. So at 2 times speed.
Yeah,
like
like what are the
normal
rules
speed.
on music?
Whoa.
Fucking make your own. That's probably the easiest. Or like any of your homies, pretty much. See, because I always wanted to do like we had the little do fucking leads into the prologue, and then we fucking start off with a song, or we start off with like a bit or some type of something like that, and then transitions into what the fuck we're talking about, the artist, and then it ends with something that they were, do. It's really easy when you're doing it with bands because bands have that kind of material, you know what I'm saying?
Do you listen to any podcasts?
Yeah.
Like what?
I just listened to Joe Rogan.
What's that director one?
Script Notes podcast.
Nice.
Yeah,
What do you listen to?
Oh, I listen to, I just named them right there. I listen to Bill Burr's podcast.
It's kind of gets boring.
I
mean, his girlfriend.
Yeah, I love it. I'm just a big fan of Bill Burr. He's like
Me
my
too,
favorite
bro.
comedian.
What else?
Sometimes it does because like it's just this old dude just rambling by himself.
Sometimes it's funny, but I'm
Yeah.
like, come on, Bill, you gotta kill that shit.
Because
I
he
like
just like he
Stuff You
ventures
Should
into
Know.
so many different shit.
Oh yeah, Stuff You Should Know.
What else?
And
I listen to Hannibal Buress's Handsome Rambler. I like that because like the more variety you listen to, like the more you can you get like ideas and like, oh, I could do this. Like what he'll do if a lull happens, he has a theremin that he fucks with. So like they'll just like make a beat right there. Like if there's a lull, just like and like his voice will go auto tune. They'll make a song right there.
Down by the ocean when I reel with the motion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they've made some dope ass shit. I listen to Your Mom's House. That's the one I'm really heavy into.
Dan Harmon raps on his podcast too.
Dan Harmon.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Bitch better have my money.
I really like
Anomalous clitoris over in the.
Does anyone listen to the Cult of Black Phillip?
I don't know what that is.
Damn, my niggas. Everyone, please listen to Patrice O'Neal on the Opie and Anthony
Oh
show.
yeah.
Cult of Black Phillip,
He has some great stuff.
Dog,
He drops some fucking knowledge.
Dude, he fucking...
Especially on females, he'll tell you how to handle them.
That shit is fucking dope. I love that fucking shit. That's my number one
that
shit.
shit's cool.
Nice.
But it sucks that he died because he's not producing anymore.
Yes, that fucking sucks big time.
But Your Mom's House is fucking hilarious. As a matter of fact, I have it on my phone right now that's queued up. I'm waiting. Like once I get in my car, I'll just put that shit on. That shit's funny. It's Tom Segura and his wife.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's Tom Segura and his wife, Christina Pajinski.
I think I seen you. Were you at when he came here to the Rialto Theater?
No, I wasn't. Like,
I swear I fucking seen you guys. Then I seen someone else in the comedy fucking world.
I seen you at Bill Burr, and you're with your dad, and I was tripping out on shrooms, and my lady. Yeah, that's why it was all weird. Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's why it was all weird.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I ended up meeting that.
And I didn't want to say nothing because it was your
Bill
dad,
Burr?
so I was like, I don't know if his dad's
I
cool
actually
with
did
me,
meet
like-
Bill Burr once.
Nice.
Why?
He posted, it's actually my Twitter photo.
Uh-huh.
I got to tell David Spade and Rich Schneider, they were walking in. I said, have a good show. They said, hey, thanks, buddy.
I was at his. This was the first Bill Burr show I went to. No, the second one. And then like I was waiting in line like after the show was done to go meet him because there's
I saw you at that
long
one.
ass line.
That was the one I went to. I didn't
Yeah,
get to
and
the
Josiah was there too.
Yeah.
There's a few
That
people there.
motherfucker made fun of me.
Who, Bill Burr?
Josiah.
Oh yeah.
Bill Burr made fun of me, man. Look at
Yeah.
No
cool.
way.
I was waiting in line, and it was at the casino, and they're like, you can't leave the building, otherwise you can't get back in. I was like, fuck, I need to smoke so bad, and like, I was like, I talked to the people behind me. I was like, hey, if I go outside, will you let me back in? I'm just gonna smoke real quick. They're like, yeah, sure. And then I was like, cool. So I went out and I went in to go smoke. Came back in, they let me in line. I was like, everything was cool. I was like, fuck yeah. And then these fucking Tohono Odoms come over here and they're like,
shit.
dude, you gotta get out of here. You can't come back in. I was like, what? Why? I gotta meet Bill Burr. And I was like, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, nope, you gotta get out. And they kicked me out. And like, this was at a really rough point in my life. And like, my sister had just died. And like, I was just like so upset about everything. And I was just like, I just started like fucking crying. And I was like, damn, I thought this was gonna be so dope. And like, I was just crying, like sitting right next to the door where I went out on, and then I look to my right and I see this big ass tour bus, and I'm like, that's probably Bill Burr's fucking truck. And I'm like, fuck these guys, I'm gonna meet this dude. So I go over there and I'm like, this is a huge ass like it was like a big black tour bus with flames on the side.
Yeah.
And I was like, this seems kind of his style.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, an old 40-year-old redhead from Boston.
In his mid-age, fucking.
I could see this, and then I was like, I'm just gonna stay here. And my dad called me. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I told him, and I was like, I'm just gonna stay here. And he's like, all right, cool, we'll be safe. And I just stood out there, and I kept on waiting. I think I waited like a good 2 to 3 hours, and then he finally came out, and like I was like, holy shit, that's him. And I was like, yo, Bill. And then he was like, what? And then like he was like trying to get into his like van, and like I think he was just putting away his merch.
Yeah.
It was after that whole line got done. He probably went and had a drink too or something. and I was like, yo, Bill, they kicked me out. I just went out to go smoke, and I was like, you know, can I like, I didn't know what to say. And he's like, can I get a picture or something? Or like, no, I said, oh yeah, can I buy some merch?
Yeah.
And he's like, you're not a psycho, are you? I was like, dude, you're a fucking psycho. I didn't say that to him, but like I should have.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're the fucking psycho.
Yeah.
You know, you say it in your act all the
You
time.
scared Bill Burr.
Yeah. And he was like, yeah. He was like, what the fuck? And he was like, who the fuck is this kid? And yeah, I was just waiting in the parking lot as people were leaving, and he was like, you know, actually just I ran out of like t-shirts. I think I wanted to buy a t-shirt. He's like, I ran out of t-shirts, but I was like, well, you know, he's like, but I'll take a picture with you. And I was like, cool. And he was like, all right, cool. So he took the picture, and he's like, I'll send it to your email. And I was like, he's like, you know, nah, I'm not gonna give you my personal email. So like,
you, Bill.
yeah. And then he was like, I'll just post it on my Twitter, and he did. He posted it on his Twitter.
Nice.
And it's my Twitter photo right now.
Awesome shit.
Boom.
And I was like, man, that dude's not gonna do it. But he was a man of his word, and that like really stuck with me.
Fuck
I was
yeah.
like, that's so cool that he actually did it. But at the end of it, after it was all done, I was like, yo, Bill, can I tell you a joke? And he was like, I was like, yo, do you mind if I tell you a joke? And he was like, yeah, actually I do. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, no, I gotta go. And I was trying to be like, like I was.
You
so,
sucked.
I was just so starstruck, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, I said some stupid ass shit like, I'm not trying to be like, you know, I just want to tell you a joke. I just want you to hear it. I was like, I'm not trying to be like Big Sean to Kanye. And then he was just like, yeah, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
He's like, I don't know what the fuck that nigga shit is.
Yeah,
Like.
and I was like, yeah, you do. And I was just like so ecstatic that I met him, and yeah, that made my whole night.
That's the shit.
That shit was dope. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, man. Let's end it there, fellas.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Thank you for listening. Whoopsh.